In many respects, what we're doing today is a celebration of people and accomplishment, because the really great thing about being in the buildings industry at this place in time is that people-centered environmentalism is really what LEED is about. Ultimately, there's a world that adds about 78 million people to the planet every year, and there's just such a strong need for us to realize that what we do today has an impact on the next 78 million and the next 78 million. And some of the basic tenets of what we do at CS, as well as those that are embedded within LEED, have to do with sustainability. And sustainability is simply living today in ways that we live honorably, and also then to recognize that those future generations are coming. So let's use our resources wisely. Let's use them effectively. And also let's provide spaces that are good for people. So while it's LEED and while it's a great means of numerically scoring the benefits of building effectively and using energy and water and space effectively, when you get rid of the numbers and you really look at it and understand, it's about people. It's about creating a space where the air is circulated, it's a good amount of fresh air, you've got a lot of natural light in place, and people are able to have some control over their surroundings. Acoustically, it's a place that you can work in effectively. And the other joy about here is that we're in a community. It's one thing to be, as we are, out in the middle of a field in Muncie, but it's a whole different dynamic to be able to be part of a community, and in this respect, to be part of Hughesville, where at one point this was a furniture manufacturing site. I think it goes back almost for 100 years. It had been a furniture manufacturing site. And this piece of property, when we purchased it, Railroad Street has an obvious name, but there was a railroad siding that had cut through, so the property had this weird little triangle that wasn't an effective piece of property for us. So we simply traded part of the triangle with the neighbor. We gave them the tip of our triangle, they gave us the tip of their triangle. We squared off the property, and then to also see the property begin to be cleaned up by, I think it was Buck Lumber, having purchased the adjacent site. So what this looked like before was still responsibly managed when we bought it. It's just that the neighborhood wasn't honoring the neighbors. And one of the things that we're able to do in building this site out and in planting the trees around it is to honor our neighbors. And again, as a company whose heart is in people, we're able to live that. And as we work within LEED, the nice thing is, of course, we don't have to change our principles. They're already there. It's just this really neat format in which we can work on a day-to-day basis. So we celebrate being able to do that today.